Only one way down. A new restaurant opened on the roof of a skyscraper. Food critic Jake is there to try the dishes and give his feedback. Suddenly, a bad storm picks up and Jake hears an announcement. Everyone must evacuate the building ASAP. He runs inside to find 3 elevators. He must pick one to stay alive. Behind the first, there are dozens of venomous snakes slithering all over the floor. In the second, 3 angry lions are roaring as they smell him through the doors. The third elevator is filled with water and 2 hungry sharks. You want to call the building management to find out who the heck put snakes, lions, and sharks in the elevators. But you need to escape first. Which is the best option? You have 7 seconds to decide. It's the third elevator. When the door opens, all the water will pour out along with the sharks, and he can escape. Trapped below the streets. Josh is on his way home when he notices a group of people following him. He sees an open maintenance hole in the pavement and jumps in to hide. But the cover immediately shuts behind him, and he gets trapped. He starts looking for another exit and ends up in a spacious room with 3 doors. A nearby sign reads, "Only one of these doors leads to safety." Behind the first, there's a room closing in on itself every 10 seconds. In the second room, there are 4 tigers that haven't eaten in months. And behind the third door, there's a giant hungry boa constrictor. Same building management, huh? Your 7 seconds start now. He should pick the second door. Tigers can't go more than a couple of weeks without food. The oncoming train. Will was walking on railroad tracks when he saw a train coming right at him at full speed. As soon as he spotted it, he ran toward the train to survive. Why did he do that? He was in a tunnel. The only way to get to safety was running toward the train out of the tunnel and then jumping out to the side. The takeaway here: don't be walking on train tracks at all. The gallery incident. A prestigious gallery just had a new exhibition. At the end of the show, the gallery owner discovered that 4 of the most expensive flower paintings had been stolen. The police show up to do an investigation, and now they have, wait for it, 3 suspects. Jenna, the artist, said she disappeared into one of the studios to paint. Bob, the security guard, said he was just waiting outside and had no idea the flower paintings were gone. Lewis, the caterer, said he knew nothing about the robbery until the police showed up. So, who's the thief? It's the security guard. He couldn't have known which paintings were stolen if he was standing outside. Oh, Bob. The mayor's conundrum. Mike moved to a small town and started looking for work. The detective of the village told him, "I'll make you a police officer if you solve this case." For 3 months, the mayor's windows have been broken every night, and the poor glass worker must come in to install new ones every day. We've narrowed it down to 3 suspects. The first is a thief the mayor sent to prison for 10 years and just got out a month ago. The second is the mayor's butler, who he fired 2 months ago. The third is the glass worker himself, who moved to the town 4 months ago. Which one is the offender? It's the glass worker. When he came to the small village, business was slow, so he picked the richest person to target. A blast from the past. Mark and Amy were going on an adventure to the edge of a volcano. Gee, what could happen? Before anyone could react, Amy tripped, fell in the lava, and vanished. No matter what Mark did, he never found her. A month later, there was a knock on his door. When he opened it, he was in shock. It was Amy. But wait a minute, something's off. How could it be her? 7 seconds to help Mark figure it out. Amy had a birthmark on her neck, and this girl doesn't. It means Amy has a twin sister, named Jamie or something. Trapped in the room. Haley is a computer engineer who got an exciting opportunity to work for a major tech company. She walks in for her interview, but there are no recruiters, only a dark room with a small glowing sign. Boy, happens to me all the time. As soon as she steps closer to read it, the electric door behind her closes and red lights start blinking. That's when she sees a table with 5 buttons on top. Just kidding, it's 3. Can't fool you. The sign on the wall reads, "Only one can help you escape." If she presses the first button, 3 more doors open in front of her. The second button will shut the power off. The third could either lock the door behind her or open it 50-50. Which one should she choose? The second button. When the electricity goes out, the door behind her will open and she'll be free. And I'd think twice about interviewing with that wacko firm. Decisions. Billy's walking home after a night out with friends when a shadowy figure starts following him. He sees a house with the door open and lights on. He rushes in, but the door locks behind him. 3 doors, always, appear before his eyes. Only one is an exit. Behind the first, there's hot lava. If he opens the second door, there will be a 15-foot hungry alligator waiting for him. The third door hides a huge block of ice standing in the way. Which one should he choose to escape? He picks the third door with the block of ice, waits for it to melt, and then escapes. Hope he brought a big lunch, that could take all week. Mike's unexpected hike. One day, Mike decided to go on an adventurous hike. He walked for hours until he found a comfy spot to set up camp. At 1 a.m., he hears water drops on the roof of his tent. He heads outside and sees a huge lightning storm approaching. Mike has 3 options, but only one of them will keep him protected. 1. Go downhill to a flat area filled with rocks. 2. Climb higher on top of the mountain. 3. Head down toward the trees. Which one is safest? Going downhill toward the rocks. Climbing higher is a no-go during a lightning storm. He should also avoid the woods, since lightning bolts strike trees all the time. A lucky find. Shane is a nature photographer on a mission in the Amazon. As he walked deeper and deeper in the jungle, he got lost. He has enough water with him, but he ran out of snacks. Luckily, he comes across an old picnic basket. Inside, there are, 3 things he could eat, but only one that's the safest. A jar of honey, hard-boiled eggs, and a sandwich. Which is the best option? 7 seconds to decide. The honey. No matter how many months or years go by, it doesn't spoil. The green scientist. Kevin and Claire are chemists. One day, a scientist approaches them to tell them about his new discovery. He lures them into his lab and locks them inside. He says he needs to test a new serum on them. If they take it, their skin should turn green, just in time for St. Patrick's Day. He leaves and comes back with 2 glasses of ice-cold lemonade. Kevin drinks his fast, but Claire waits to see the side effects on Kevin first. After 2 hours, nothing happens. So she drinks her glass. 2 minutes later, her skin turns green. If both drinks had the serum, why was only Claire affected? The serum was in the ice, and since Kevin drank his fast, none of it leaked into the lemonade.